The basements could be damp, smoky, dusty, extremely hot, or cold, depending on the season, because there was no insulation. And the ceilings were often so low that bakers had to stoop the entire time they worked because they were in storage basements. Remember, they weren't designed as industrial spaces. Really not good for bakers, the employees that worked at these places. Which, with such unsanitary working conditions, people became concerned that the health hazards of products that came out of such places were not worth the squeeze. So in 1895, a typical baker averaged around 74 working hours a week in New York, with many working over 100 hours or more.
Jeez.
Yeah, so remember, this is manual work. This is not like an investment banker at Goldman Sachs working 120 hours. At least they get to sit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it sucks, but they're well paid and they get to sit. These guys were dirt paid, never got to sit down, also could kill themselves. Bakeries, as they stood, were posing a massive public health risk, both to those who worked in them and those who consumed their products. Because remember, they're feeding the workforce of New York, which was all manufacturing and labor-based.
Yeah.
Enter the Bakeshop Act. New York's Bakeshop Act was modeled after the United Kingdom's Bakeshop Act of 1863 because, hint, hint, the Crown had the exact same fucking problem of all the children in the mines were getting poisoned by all this explosive, disgusting bread these places were pumping out. So the UK government actually recognized the exact same problem in 1863. It just took us like 20 fucking years to do anything about it. New York's version established, go America. New York's version established a sanitation standard, including the prohibition of domestic animals and bakers sleeping in bake rooms. And it aimed to reform working conditions for these laborers. One of these reforms was limiting a baker's time spent in these unhealthy workplaces, 10 hours per day or 60 hours per week.